What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man's back again. Still sitting in my house. I'm going back out in a few days. Honestly, I'd rather cut off my sack and throw myself into traffic than go back out on the road right now. Um, and that's what this video is all about. The title of this video is going to be, is it worth it to be a trucker right now? And you could get a million different answers and opinions on that from people that are from truckers, you know? And honestly, my honest opinion is no, it's not worth it. And in my experience, no, it's not. And I'll tell you why. Because, well, let me put it to you this way. If you have any debt at all, if you have any debt, if you got 3 kids and a wife or whatever, if you have other options, don't go to trucking, man. If you have other options that you think will pay just as much as you think that you're going to make in the truck, go do that. Go do a job where you can be home all the time. Being on the road is expensive, and the company doesn't pay for it. You know, all the food you're going to have to buy, whether you're buying groceries and putting them in your truck or not, it's still expensive. You can find 5,000 ways around it. It's still going to cost you money. You know, it takes a huge toll on your body. It's just you're not going to make as much money as you think you are, man. You're not going to get as many miles as you think you are, and a lot of guys are going to beat me up in the comments about that. A lot of truckers are like, "Well, I work for this company and I get 3,000 miles a week." That's great, but not everybody does. You know, to me, honestly, I'm really considering just going to a local job where I can be home a lot and just get my hours and go home. I'd much rather use my CDL for something that's more useful for me, because when you go out on the road as a company driver, you really feel like you're a slave to the company, but just to the job and the lifestyle itself. Because you know in the back of your mind, they're making way more money than you are. They could come out of pocket a lot more and pay you a lot more than they will, but they're never going to. And they'll have a great excuse. Oh, no, I can't afford that. Bullshit. You know? For me, it's being away from home. I can't, when I'm sitting there, let me put it to you this way. When you're sitting in a parking lot or a truck stop for 2 days, making $75, thinking about all the things that you could be doing if you were sitting at home for those 2 days, that's when it pisses you off. Thinking about, okay, what if I was to go to work making $20 an hour for 2 days? You know, think about how much more money you'd be making than sitting there for just $75, you know, for 50 something hours. You know, that's when it really, really burns your ass and you get pissed. You know, or you got something going on at home, you need to be there and you can't, you know. There's so many things I could talk about, but at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, if you're even considering getting your CDL, I'm not telling you don't get your CDL. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you better be real. You better put a lot of thought into what you're going to do with that CDL. Like I said, okay, let me put it to you this way. If you're a guy, you're single, no kids, and you have like almost no debt, right? Then that job is for you. Go be a trucker. Get the experience. Don't buy anything at all. You know? Rent a freaking car when you're home. Buy a cheap ass motorcycle for like $1,000 or a piece of shit Honda. Don't buy anything. Because every dollar you make out on the road, hear me on this, you feel like you are working so much harder for that money than you should. Yeah, I could go out in one night, make like $300 and something and drive 500 and something miles. That's great, man. But the toll it puts on your body is ridiculous. Getting paid every Friday is really nice. You know, there's a lot of pros and cons to being a trucker. A lot of these owner-operators are probably going to beat me up in the comments, but these owner-operators, not all of them. I know some of you guys are suffering, depending on what your situation is. But I know some of these owner-operators are freaking killing it. I considered so much, and I know you guys heard me talk about this doing hot shot, but I can't make myself do it, man. Not while that dipshit is in the White House. I can't do it, man, because that mental case in the White House is working double overtime to fuck everybody out of their jobs and make us all poor. So I'm not going to go investing a shit ton of money in equipment to get out there and get screwed, because gas prices aren't going down. So I'm like, if I'm ever going to do that, honestly, I might go the box truck route, and I'm going to wait until see if Trump gets reelected. And I don't know if he's going to. I hope he does, but you never know. I know if he does get reelected, or another person just like him, the gas prices are going to go down because they're going to bring back the domestic drilling, which will be awesome. Just bringing back that domestic drilling would royally help this country out, And anybody who disagrees with me probably doesn't pay attention very much to what's going on, Anyway, that's my thought on is it worth it to be a trucker right now? To me, no, it's not. I'm really leaning towards the route of being a local driver that's home every night. Maybe hauling flatbed or something like that. It's just, it's not worth it to go out on the road. But let me give you another perspective on it. Let me look at it this way. Like I said, if you're young, single, no kids, no girlfriend, no debt, you can go out on the road for weeks or months at a time, and you live in that truck for no rent, So that's actually a really good thing. So, I always try to look at the ups and downs, pros and cons of everything, right? So don't listen to everything I say, man. But I'm also very reasonable and rational, and I try to look at everything from both sides of the fence. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Common sense ain't common.